Good day, friends. I thought to do this in English since some of you have requested. And first of all, I have to tell you that this is not from directly from Sri Lankan Insurance Trust Fund. I'm also like you. I just went to update it, and some of my friends has requested to give some guidelines, so I just recorded what I have done. If you carefully watch the video, then you might have understood that. So this is I have done specially for my friends, and then they shared and I shared with some of my friends, and you might have get it from those places. Now if you really want to follow it and do your update Agrahara information, you can view the video and you can do it, but don't skip it. You have to watch it from the beginning till the end before you use or log into the system. That I must say, but doesn't matter. Whenever there's an error, or if you want to directly contact the Agrahara people, you can see in the description there I have mentioned the National Insurance Trust Fund Agrahara section contact number, so you can call them and you can get details from them, or else you can view the video. If you want, you can view the video. There's no must or nothing like that. It's just a video I have done to help or to give some helping hand, I can say community service. Okay, now the first one I have to mention about the system is they have extended the deadline. It's been postponed till July 31st due to the prevailing situation in the country and due to power cuts and all the things. So you can leisurely fill it up, and but don't wait till the deadline. Do it as soon as possible. But again, I have to mention, I have seen sometimes the video has been viewed 3,000 or more than that sometimes. So if you all are going to update the system that time, then there will be huge traffic to the system. So it's like if there's a gate, you can go only 10 people can go and 100 people are trying to go, something like that. Here then the most of the people will be pushed away. So like here you are trying and it's not possible, so whatever the possible people goes in, and the other rest of the people will get various messages, can't send the verification code, things like that. So it might happen. If you are a computer related, if you know computer related or programming related things, you may know these things. Anyway, now if I just go to the system, you can see the member login page. Bottom part they will give that deadline has been extended, and here the first thing is, if you have a member login, which means if you have an email address and a password to log into this system, not what you are using for email address to log into the email address, your email address. If you are logging to your email address, you might be using a password. Here this is not that password. This is the password you have given for this system. If you already being a member, if you have already signed up for this system, and if you have that login details, you can use that email address which you used to sign up, and then the password created for this system, this site, you can use it here. So when you are login, if you have forgotten the password, you can go to forget password, and then there will be steps, and you can follow those steps. And if you get any errors or anything regarding that, which means you are already a member inside this system, you have signed up for this system earlier, then you can log in with those details. If you are getting any errors while log into the system, then you can directly contact the Agrahara people and you can get a solution. Then next one is the sign up now. The sign up now place you have to go, which means if you are not registered for this website, this online system, then first you have to do this. So you have to go to the sign up now. So when you go to the sign up, you will get a page like this. Here you have to put your national ID number and then your name and the email address 2 times, and then the password you are creating for this system. Okay, then you have to sign up. Now the first one is, when you put the national ID number, if it gives this national ID number is not existing, that might be your salary is deducted from your salary, the amount is deducting, but you are not being entered to the system. So you have to ask from your office subject clerk. You have to inform them that this, if you have already given the manual papers, the manual application forms, and which policy you like to taken, like the normal one or the silver one or the gold one which you have selected, you have to give the written request, the application. So if you have given those things to the subject clerk, you can ask from them that why this is happening, why you are not in the system, and you have to inform them, and you have to get it done from them, right? So if it says this national ID number is not existing, but beforehand you have to check if you have 2 ID numbers, the new one and the old one. If you given the old one to this system, then you have to enter the old one, the national ID number which ends with V, letter V, you have to give it. First, if you have 2 ID numbers, check it with that. You have to put the ID number which you have given in that application, right? Then you have to put your name and then your email address. You have to give an active email address, which means now you are using that email address, you have access to that email address, you can just go inside that email address. Active means that. And you have to give the active email address to this place. When you put the email address, you have to put the same email address here, confirm email address. So when you are putting, be careful, if you enter a space or something, you can't see, but that has been entered. So it might say these 2 are not the same, these 2 are not matching. So when you are entering the email address, the same email address should be entered to the confirm email address, and you have to be careful when you are entering. If you mistakenly press space bar or something, then it will be different. So if you think there's a full stop in your email address, but accidentally you put the comma, then again it will be 2 different email addresses, though it won't match. So actually the thing is, you are going to sign it with your email address, so they have to confirm that you are entering the correct email address. So that's why they have given it 2 times, because all the things goes with your email address, all the details will come to your email address. So that's why you have to be careful putting your email address. You should not type it incorrectly. To avoid that, they have put 2 times. Even though they have put it 2 times, I have seen some of the comments that they are telling by mistakenly they have put a wrong email address, something like that. That's why actually they have put it 2 times. I think because that's how the things goes with computer programming. That's why I am telling. Actually, I am not directly attached with NITF, and I am not have any interaction with the system. But that's how the things are working in computer programming. When making the systems, that's how the things are going on. That's why I am telling. These 2 email addresses should be the same, and it should be a working email address, and it should be the correct email address. Then the password should be a new one. I mean, to this site you have to create a new password, not the password you are using for the email address. You know, when you access the email address, your email account, when you are creating your email account, you put a password and you log in with that password to system, password to the email account. Here, that's not the password they are asking here. Your email address password, it's something else. Here they are asking the password. They are asking to create a password for this system. Okay, so you have to put that password here. I am explaining these small things because in the comment section some of you have asked about those things. That's why I am explaining. But this is normally very common things in the computer things, but most of you may not familiar. Some of you may not familiar. That's why I am explaining. So here the password should be something creating for this system. So it should be a new one, right? So when you are creating the password, again you have to put a password with simple letters, capital letters, and numbers, numerals, and then special symbols. And now I have seen some of the comments, they are mentioning that they are putting the password and it's not taking the password because they ask those criterias. So, and I have seen when you are using this, if you get any error, most of the time they are giving some sort of tool tips, some tips. This is wrong and this is how it should be happen. They have given some tips. So follow those tips, read those tips and follow. I mean, you can correct the errors by carefully reading those, right? So here the password you have, again I am telling, password should be combination of simple letters, capital letters, numbers and special characters. Special characters, you know, when you press the shift key and when you press the numerals, there are special characters there, right? So you can use one of those special characters. So the same password should be entered here as the confirmed password. The same password should be entered here. Confirming means now when you are typing the password, you can't see it, right? The dots will come. So you don't know whether you have typed exactly what you thought, right? Now I am thinking I am typing this password and I am using the keyboard and typing it. But I can't see it. It won't show here. So again you have to type it here, because when you typing it, if there's anything wrong, like I have told that I think I am typing this but somehow I typed something else. So there will be a mismatch if these two are not the same. You can't see the password when you are typing, but if you have entered something wrong, you can see it when you type the second time. It will give a mismatch. So be careful when you are typing. Look at the keyboard and see whether the caps locks are on. Check the number lock is on. Sometimes you might be thinking that you are typing numerals, but it may not type because number lock is not on, right? So you have to be careful with the you passwords when you are entering, because next time when you go to login you need this password. So you should type, when you are typing you should enter the correct. You have to be careful with the keyboard, you have to look at it and you have to enter the password, and the same password should be entered to confirm password. Then you can go to sign up. Once you're going to sign up, they will send a verification code to your email address given here. So that email address you have given, you have to log into that email address. Yes, this is how it comes. Once you enter all the details and press sign up, you will get this message, code verification. We have sent a verification code to your email and your address been given, and if the code we sent is not in inbox, please check the spam section, because sometimes the email, your emails will go to, if the email inbox is high, or sometimes due to various reasons those emails will go to spam. So you have to go to spam and check whether it's there, and you have to be very careful when you are entering the email address. You have to put the same details that which I have told, that the dot you have to put, and then if the dot is there, you have to put the correct thing is there. That's what I'm mentioning. So whatever your email address, when you are entering it, be careful. Okay, enter the same thing, say the correct details. Then once you have entered it correctly and sign up, you will get a message like this. So then you have to go to your email address, the email account, and then you have to get the code from there, and you have to enter the verification code here. You have to do it at the same time. Same time means now you go to sign up, you enter the details and it shows this message. Then at the same time, now when you see this message, go to your email account and get the code and come to this place and enter the verification code and submit. Okay, now I have shown you this is how my email. I went to my email account, and this is how I got the email. It will come from web@nitef.lk. This is an automated generated email by National Insurance Trust Fund. Your verification code is this. They will send it. Okay, so here you can see the inbox. I've got this mail to inbox. Then I went to that email. I'm inside it now. Now if you have to, if it is not in the inbox, you have to go to spam and check it. Okay, you have to go to spam and check it. So it will be there. Now this is actually Yahoo Mail, and if you are using Gmail, here on top of your it comes on top and side also top, you will get some sort of primary mails and social and promotional things like that. So you can check those two also. Okay, sometimes it may go into one of those places, right? So here you can see I just copy it from here, and then I go back to the place where I have to enter it, and I have entered that code here and press the submit. Once I have pressed the submit, I just directly go to this place where it shows my details. The view profile and edit profile, those two are there. So my details are there, right? Here I have to when I log in, I can see there's my national identity card number and my name with initials, and actually it was not here the name in full, and my date of birth, policy number and national identity card number, these two we can't change, right? Then the policy type and the email address is not being filled, and the mobile number actually which I have given, it was there, right? So it actually these things have been entered by the subject given to the Agrahara division or subject clerk. I don't know who has done, but somehow they have entered and it was there in the system. So I have to update the other parts like name in full, email address, then the policy type. If I want to change, I can do. Actually the policy type number is here. I have just blurred it because it's my personal details. Because of that I have blurred it. Now here you can see the other details. You have to fill the children details. Actually you have to fill address details, and then when you are putting the address details, you have to put address line 1, 2, city means now think you have your number of the house, you can put it here, and there's a road or Mavatu, something like that, then that part you can put here, and the city you can put it here. So your civil status, actually when you go to the policy type, here they will show what are the policy types are there, like the normal, gold and silver and gold. What are the policy types, it will show when you move the cursor here. I can't show, this is actually I am showing it with the recording. And here the civil status, it will show you can put unmarried, married. Unmarried is 1, married is 2, and then there are another 2, 3 and 4, I can't exactly remember. One is divorce and the other one is widow, right? So you can select the correct one from there. You can change it. Now they are asking to update our details. Then spouse and IC number, your if you are a lady, your husband national identity card number. If you are a gent, then your wife's NIC number, and his or her full name and date of birth you have to fill here. And your children's details you have to fill one by one here, and you have to select the gender, the daughter or son, you have to select it from here. So those things you have to update actually if you are a married person. And if you are unmarried person, then you can fill details of your parents, right, at the end. At the end actually my earlier details are there, that's why it shows like this. So your mother's ID number, father's ID number, and then mother's name and father's name, and the date of birth, their date of birth you can enter if you are a single unmarried person. Then when you are doing this, if you can't when you are filling, you can't remember your mother's national identity number, so you can just say save the data. If save data in queue for submit, later click save. But I prefer if you can come to this place with all the details, come with all the details and fill it up and press save, and then if you really want to submit, you can press submit, right? So you can do it like that way. And once you have submitted, your details will be shown, and you can't change anything again, right? So it will show like when you enter to the system, you have seen the profile details like that. It will come here, view profile, like that. It will come with all the details you have filled here. So then if you go back to edit profile, it says your data has been direct to or submitted for approval, something like there will be a message. So that's how you have to do it, and you can just log off from here, log out from here. If you are using a common computer or something, then definitely you have to log out after log into the system. Now if you are already a member, when you enter the details to this place, you will go to that page directly. So that's all which I can mention to you regarding this. If you have any problem, like what I have seen, some of you have told that you have given the documents to the subject clerk, you have submitted, but you have not been registered for with this system. So if you have given it during past few months, there have been so many things going on, so it might have not been updated in the system. And you have seen that so many newcomers to the government service, so many graduates has been taken to the government service. So this is what I am thinking. Okay, now these actually I as I have told, I'm not any sort of, I am not connected with NITF, but here what I have seen, you have mentioned that you have given the details already given, and what I have seen, sometimes the subject clerk changes, and they have been the newcomers will have to train for the systems, and all those kind of various problems are there. So what I think is, if your details are not there, if your ID is not there, if it says that your details are not there, you can first call the subject clerk of your office. You can inform them and you can get details from them, and in any case if you need, you can call to that Agrahara number directly. And another thing is, I want to say, some of the new officers who have come to the government service recently, when you come to the government service, this amount, the normal amount, will be deducted. So if you are not given the application and the policy type request form, you have to give those details to the subject clerks. It depends on various officers, how the things are going on. So you have to ask from your office, which you are getting your salaries. You have to ask from those officers who are doing these things for more details. You can inform, you can ask from them, and there's some more time, right? Now the deadline is July 31st. So I hope you will got some idea about this, and most of you have mentioned that you have done it with the help of this video. So thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting also. I also learned about the system, and this is how the thing is going on, like that. Anyway, I just thought to do a community service. That's why I did this video, the first two also and this also. I hope you got an idea or you sort of help from this. Have a good day.